You guys good? Well, I'm proud of our team, man. I mean, good teams find ways to win. And it wasn't pretty tonight, but I mean, there are some unbelievable performances by our players, but I'm proud of our whole team finding a way to win. We knew coming in this was going to be a great home field advantage for Georgia Southern. Elements, all that. Our team found a way to win. And we haven't been 1-0 in a few years. Feels good to be 1-0. We're going to celebrate the win, and then tomorrow we're going to flip the switch and move on to Oregon. But I'm proud of how our team battled. I'm proud of how they stayed in the fight, kept swinging. It didn't always go our way, and sometimes it was self-inflicted. Sometimes it's just things that happen in a game that you got to respond to. And that's what I'm excited to as a coach. Week one, when you can find a lot of things to clean up on film and still find a way to win the game, that's what I'm proud of our team doing. So a lot of guys had to step up today. We had a lot of guys go down and have to fill in. So a lot of guys got good reps, and there's some things on film that we can grow and improve on. So I'm proud of our team. I mean, obviously, it goes without saying, Ashton Genty's the best player in the country. I mean, that was on full display tonight. But even with saying that, I want to make sure I say this every time I talk about Ashton. He's an even better young man than he is a football player. When you talk about a unanimous captain, a leader on our team and everything he does. I mean, in January, he's the first one in the building, last to leave. So what he just put on display August 31st, I've seen him do it day in and day out since he's been here. And he deserves a ton of credit. Our offensive line, the run game that we were able to create and continue to sustain drives was awesome. I mean, Cy Gaines, a 17-year-old freshman, been on a mission since he showed up on campus. Proud of how he did, and just the rest of the tight ends, the receivers, block, and you find ways to win games. That's what good teams do. Sometimes it's going to be maybe throwing the ball more or run the ball more. Find ways to win games. Obviously, defensively, just way too inconsistent. We got to get off the field on third down. There's some things that we just know we got to clean up. There's some busts and covers. There's some things, one-on-ones, we got to find a way to win. And so there's a lot of things that we need to continue to clean up, and there's some self-inflicted wounds that we got to deal with too. I mean, we come out the second half, start fast, it's third and long, incomplete pass, roughing the passer. You can't do that to continue to win games the way we need to. So there's a lot to clean up, but I'm so proud of our staff and our players staying in the fight. They kept swinging all game, and it feels good to be 1-0.
With Ashton, to have the whole offseason, Heisman campaign, all that stuff, and then first game, second carry, house at 77 yards, and most yards, most touchdowns ever by Boise State player. To start it off in that fashion, what can you say?
I'm so proud of Ash because he deserves all the credit he's getting. He deserves it all because I've seen him work every single day. When I get in there, he's the first one in there, and he's waiting for the training room to make sure he's getting his body right. He deserves it. And there's a lot of guys around him that are blocking their tail off for him that deserve all the credit too. The offensive line, the receivers, the tight ends. And the plan that we had run game-wise, Coach Potter, Coach Cutter, Coach Key, they did a phenomenal job. Coach Montgomery getting those backs ready to roll. Those guys deserve all the credit too. Ashton, we could be here all night talking about Ashton Genty. This young man is a 10 out of 10 in everything he does. And how he leads this team, how he motivates this team, and how he leads himself on a daily basis. He's a generational talent type kid in all facets. That's who Ashton Genty is, and I'll scream that from the rooftops. And the awesome part for Cy Gaines, that's who he watches every single day. He comes into work and he watches Ashton Genty. And you talk about a guy that hasn't missed anything since he came on campus. He's been watching Ashton, he's been modeling him, and it shows up with a true freshman rushing for over 100 yards. That's a testament to him.
When it comes to Cy, I know he's not afraid of the moment. In practice this week, he put the ball on the ground a couple times. Put the ball on the ground tonight, and you stuck with him. Wow. And he scored a touchdown after it. Why?
That's how these guys learn and grow. The only way to get better at football is playing it. And especially for a young freshman or a 6-year senior, you got to find ways to learn through your mistakes. Now, hopefully, we can learn through the wisdom and not let it show up in a critical moment like it did. Thank the Lord, Austin Bolt did a great job finding a way to get that ball. That was a huge play in the game. But you find ways to continue to learn and grow. And Cy is a guy that is so confident because of how he's trained that even though he had that one fumble, we got it back. We trusted him. We trust because we've seen him continue to work no different than our other players.
You gave Maddox the starting job because he knows the offense, he knows how to run it. Over 650 yards of offense today. Just how happy were you with the way he ran the offense?
It was awesome. Our coaches deserve a ton of credit. Our players buying into it. Once again, it's not always perfect, but our guys kept swinging. They stay in it. Things don't go our way, stay in it. Keep swinging. I'm proud of Maddox. You talk about a guy that's never too high, never too low. And even after the interception, he comes back and has 2 big-time throws. That's Maddox Madison. This guy's no moment's too big for him. He stays in it, and he's lethal. He'll go out there and make the biggest play of the game because he knows his process and he stays with it.
So you mentioned keep swinging. I mean, you're up 28-9. You blow the lead. You're down.
Yep.
I think either late third or early fourth quarter. I mean, just to lock back in and be able to score those late, couple of touchdowns and pull away. What's that say about your guys?
It's huge, man. You talk about the fight in our guys, and that's football. Good teams find ways to win. It's never going to be perfect on that field. And good teams find ways to win, and tonight we found ways to win. Once again, a ton to clean up. I'm fired up. We're 1-0 for the first time in a few years, but there's already a lot of things that I'm going to my mind to practice and things we got to make sure that we clean up. We have to. But you find ways to win, and that's what I'm proud of our whole team, from offense, defense, special teams. And every game is going to go back and forth. There might be games that our defense plays better. We got to find ways to win. It's not always going to be perfect. But that's what I'm proud of our whole team collectively staying in it and finding ways to win.
You mentioned the offensive line a couple of times. How much of what Dixon Ice's experience? I mean, you got a lot of guys coming back.
One more time.
How much of what the offensive line Dixon Ice's experience? I mean, you guys.
Experience, yeah. No, I'm proud of our. I mean, we got an experienced O-line coming back. There's some guys banged up that we got to continue to find more rotations and guys to step up. But I mean, that's the mentality of our team. And Coach Keene does a great job with our O-line, Coach Potter with our run game. I mean, building that mentality into him to where, I mean, no matter what front line's up in us, I have confidence in our offensive line creating movement at the point of attack and imposing our will on defenses.
Spencer, when you took over last year, it was just like, you were just like thrown into it. Mm-hmm. Today was about testing 8 months of Spencer Danielson's culture.
Yeah.
So to go into that locker room after that, how is it different for you this time?
It's just, I mean, I love these kids. And first off, I mean, I give God all the glory. I'm open about this. The only reason I'm the head coach at Boise State is because God put me there. And I know it's to develop people, develop champions in life. And those are champions in life on that field. Some of those, we didn't make the plays we needed to at all times. But learning and growing from this game, and what I see that nobody else sees, is how our team's in there working, loves each other, does the hard things, in there early, in the infernos, hiking Table Rock when no one knows, running decks. Like, I see that. So when I see something go well or not, I know our guys are trained, and I also know this is going to develop them for life. So I'm proud of our team. And football is a hard game. You are promised 12 opportunities a year. I'm going to enjoy this win, and then on this long plane ride home, we're going to work to fix it, because there's a lot of things we need to continue to go forward.
We slightly mentioned the offensive line to specifically address them. I don't know if Maddox was really touched tonight.
Yeah.
And as good as the running backs were, I mean, there were a number of times where they're like 6 yards downfield before anybody's even got a chance.
No question.
How good was that group? And you were rotating a couple bodies in there too.
I mean, they did a great job. Like I said, Coach Keene, Coach Potter, Coach Montgomery did a phenomenal job getting those guys ready to play. And there's a mentality of part of that group that they will impose their will. That's on film. That's who they are. And so I'm proud of what they did tonight. Like I said, Ashton, Sire Gaines, and other players deserve a ton of credit as well. But nothing's happening without that front.
What was the reasoning behind that fourth down call there down there, deep in your own zone?
Yep. So for us guys, I mean, I'm going to look at the analytics. I'm going to feel where things are going in the game, and what we did in this game was planned out. Like, I knew in what situations, down, up, what area of the field. I mean, that's my job now, is game management. I'm not calling plays on either side. I'm building into our team. I'm encouraging, and I'm focused on the game management. And I'd still make the same call again.
You mentioned all along, hey, we're focused on week one. Now that you got this win, I mean, I know you want 24 hours to think about it, but the opportunity you now have next week.
Yeah, we're fired up to go play Oregon now. I mean, like I said, we're going to enjoy this game. We're going to clean it up. That's going to be the focus of Monday into Monday night, is clean this game up. But we're fired up to go play Oregon. It's the next team on our schedule. And we know how talented they are and how well coached they are, and we're going to work our tail off to have an opportunity to win.
Real quick, Spencer, you talked about getting over on downs and with analytics. But what did the analytics say there?
Yeah, so it's a go there, and so I got to look at it and there's a lot of things too for me that go into where's the game going, where's the flow of the game. Like I said, for me, I believe in process, and so for now, my process is game management, to make sure how a game goes. What are the analytics? I look at that matters to me to see, and then where's the game at. And so, like I said, I make the same decision again.